Yo, what's going on, guys? Johnny GB here, bringing you guys Week 5 of the ICBA. We were taking on Arknight, who did take over for 6-foot hacks as there was some personal struggles with Leo. So we wish him the best, and hopefully he will return for Season 2. But Arknight did step in as coach of the Durham Dragons. He will be the San Antonio Victreebells for the remainder of the season, but now we're going to hop right into it. You guys see on his screen, he brought the Darkrai, he brought the Mew, he brought the Pyukumuka, which is understandable because I have Garchomp that can set up Swords Dances, Aerodactyl can set up, Primarina can set up, Gyarados, Mega Gyarados can set up, so unaware, Pyukumuka, not a surprise. Brought the Nidoqueen, which I have very little switch-ins to. He brought the Swampert, which is probably his physically defensive mon to take on Garchomp, Entei, and Gyarados. But we're going to hop right into the battle. We'll turn the music off. We're going to set this to normal speed. And I'm going to end up leading off with Entei because nothing on his team likes to take a Sacred Fire from Entei. But he leads Nidoqueen, which is good for him. And I just go straight out to my Garchomp because I can take a Sludge Wave, I can take an Earth Power. And he's going to actually hard switch as I do get up my Stealth Rocks. His only removal will be the Defog Mew. And here I just go out to Gyarados, thinking I can set up on Pyukumuka, because he'll be either innards out or be unaware. And he turns out he is unaware, as he goes for the Toxic on Primarina. Now Primarina does 3-KO this, which is good in case he is innards out, which means he can't do much damage to me if I do 3-KO him with innards out. And here's Mew that got the -1 attack and -1 special attack from the Baton Pass off Pyukumuka. Shows off Dazzling Gleam, which does 6% to Entei. Not very much damage at all. And here, again, he has no switch-ins for his Sacred Fire. He does have Swampert, as I go for the Banded Sacred Fire and end up missing, which could be important later on in the battle. Not really sure it mattered. As I go to Gyarados, predicting the Earthquake, which Earthquake hit most of the stuff on my team. And here is where my Mega Gyarados can set up a Dragon Dance, and at +1, Gyarados at this point can sweep his team. I did need Swampert weaken. That's where that burn came into place. As I just go for the Ice Fang on Virizion. Surprised not to see Scarf. I was really scared of Scarf Virizion because it does check Aerodactyl, Garchomp, well, not really Garchomp, but Aerodactyl and Mega Gyarados. So Scarf Virizion was one worry I had on his team. As he goes out to Pyukumuka, and he did show innards out, he was not unaware. So unfortunately my Gyarados managed to take some damage there, as I probably could have set up on him, but then he would have just Toxic Stalled me. Now this is where that Mist Sacred Fire comes into play. Swampert would have actually been in range of another Crunch had I hit that Sacred Fire, and then from there Gyarados OHKOs Darkrai with Water Pulse. Waterfall. It OHKOs Nidoqueen with Waterfall. It OHKOs Mew with Crunch after the Stealth Rocks, and it would have been able to 2-KO this Swampert. But Entei is blind with the Sacred Fire. Should have just gone for the Flare Blitz. Would have worked out a lot better. And I just go for the Outrage on Garchomp just to weaken it. Earthquake probably would have been my better play, as he does show the Ice Beam, so he was prepared to take on Garchomp. And here I just go out to Primarina that will pick up a nice easy kill on the Swampert. And again, I did not have much for Swampert on this game. My Swampert switch-ins were very minimal. I had to predict Earthquakes. As he goes for the Sludge Wave and gets what he told me an absolute low roll, and it was not enough to take out Primarina, which is unfortunate for him. And then I do connect the Hydro Pump, so just a little bit of RNG there. As Darkrai is going to come back in, and it's going to revenge kill my Primarina. I'm going to go out to my Kecleon. Now this Kecleon was, I believe it was 188 special defense, careful nature, max HP, and the rest into attack. Assault vested. Now this could take a +2 Focus Blast just in case he was Nasty Plot, but he goes for the Dark Pulse, does very little damage. I go for the Drain Punch as it does 3/4 of Darkrai's health. Is he going to go for Sludge Bomb? He will get the poison, which is actually important because he does have Mew sitting in the back with Dazzling Gleam. And Darkrai will fall to the Kecleon. Kecleon picking up a kill. As here comes Mew. Now I go for the knockoff here on his Dazzling Gleam, knowing I can take it fairly well. And I'm doing great amount of damage to the Mew. But the problem with Mew is I got rid of Shadow Sneak for Grass Knot last minute, thinking I needed a way to hit Swampert, and forgot that Shadow Sneak probably would have been a good idea to have versus Mew. Now, I did make a little bit of a misplay here. I go to Aerodactyl, thinking, hey, I need a way to really just break this Mew. I'm Z Honeclaw's Aerodactyl, so it should benefit me to stay in, or should benefit me to stay out, or switch into Aerodactyl as he goes for the Roost. When in all honesty, what I should have done is sit here and let my Kecleon end up falling, and then bring in my Aerodactyl, as Mew is going to go for the Volt Switch here, which I was not expecting at all. And a +2 Stone Edge was not able to take it out, and he will take out Aerodactyl. So I've brought the Honeclaw set twice so far this season, and it's just not worked out yet. The accuracy boost I like, but it just hasn't gotten to do what on paper I thought it would do. And here comes Entei coming in and just finishing off the game with an extreme speed. Now, the low roll does really hurt his chances of winning, as Nidoqueen Sludge Wave would have been able to KO Primarina, and he would have a full HP Nidoqueen to take on Kecleon, Aerodactyl, Garchomp, or Kecleon, Aerodactyl, Entei, and Gyarados. So he was in a very good position there, but good game, Arcanine. We advance now to 2 and 3, I believe. We were 1 and 3 before this, but we advanced to 2 and 3 now, closing in. Hopefully we can make a push for the playoff spot. Last week we did have a bye week, just to give the coaches a break here and some rest, because there was just a lot of players finishing up with finals. I was one of those finishing up with finals. And now we're going to pick up, try to finish the season strong. This game was done on Showdown because there was a lot of issues with the new Nintendo bans that were going on for custom firmware for those hackers. But next week everything should be back to normal on Wi-Fi. So some of the battles this week will be allowed on Showdown. So go over, guys, support the rest of the ICBA coaches. And with all that being said, guys, I'm Johnny GB, and I'm out.